February 23rd and 24th notes. Days are all blending together. I was live for hint 15, and then hint number 16 came out live on stream. So combining my notes for these 2 days. Yesterday, though, the 23rd, Monday, hint 15 told us two major things are to be solved. One is the big thing to do with all the location names. Second is the puzzle with a million Sudoku. I don't necessarily know if anyone solved the big thing to do with all the location names, but the Sudoku is partially solved. We saw on Discord that people traced it out to me in the message, why so many? Because I am bored and I need to count on something. Still seems like the location remains unsolved, though, despite the misinformation I put out yesterday. I was saying that I thought it meant somewhere in Kyrgyzstan, but then people looked at the Beast Travel website for the boat trips, and that location doesn't fit in there, so it must be something else, is at least what they're implying. So location name remains unsolved, but those are the two major things that he said still need to be solved. We don't know if these are major in the sense that they specifically are needed to solve the final, or if he's just making us literally like figure everything out. Everything needs an answer before we can move forward. Every puzzle has to be solved, which originally I thought wasn't going to be the case. He also told us to take our best shot and that we're looking for a complete picture. So he just continues to imply that there's like a visual component to this, whether it's mapping, making a picture of location, something like that. The wording just feels very intentional. And then I also said trips by boat gave us in Jimmy's vault first part sticks rummy results in between stage 1 answer pairs. Last part he showed at the start. People have been working on these theories that riddle leads to screen location, red herring bank inside the vault, which is an anagram of 7 big red circles link nations around the earth. I'm still not 100% positive on this. Haven't seen anything to conflict it at this point, but I do have a new theory about this clue, so potentially maybe that invalidates this part of it. So let's get to Tuesday, the 24th. Hint number 16 came out. Hint number 16 gave us more puzzles. So is everything not out? We saw on the Beast Travel website, we have a new tab, Trips by Romy, all these new puzzles, all this new stuff to solve, which seems a little bit counterintuitive, considering earlier in the week he told us everything's out. So was everything not out? Is this new stuff that we don't need? Are these just examples? And I don't know. It just seems like we had everything and we were just figuring out how to connect it, and now it's like we're getting new puzzles. So I don't know, but new stuff on the Beast Travel website. Definitely take a look if you haven't yet. He mentioned that there are 100 puzzles total. Not sure if this is just our 91 locations from stage 1 and 2 plus maybe the 9 stage 0 puzzles, or how do we reconcile to that 100 total? I mean, is there new puzzles here that are being considered? How are we getting to that 100 number? I'm not positive, but the new clue did tell us today that there are 100 puzzles total, so that seems important. And again, these puzzles are like, one puzzle might have you look at like a bank screen and then, or look at a screen and then something from the bank video and connect it with this, connect it with that, connect it with social media. But if it leads to one location name, that's just one puzzle. So like one of them had the million of Sudokus. So no matter how many steps to it there were, that's one puzzle, even though we've done like a zillion puzzles as a group now at this point. So Trips by Romy, new tab on the Beast Travel website. Take a look if you haven't already. Complete these trips on beast.travel. So this is a quote from the website. It says, complete these trips on beast.travel, putting in some heavyweight Wordle, get what you need for each blank. So we know that like the format of these captions have been like they rhyme. So what rhymes with heavyweight Wordle? I'm thinking that could be great circle. Maybe it's just the word circle. But we've had different theories about great circles in the past. Now it seems like this Romy clue is telling us we need to get what we need for each great circle. We also have 40 new 3-location puzzles to solve. So they said 3 points of embarkation. Wait, let me just see embarkate. That's like where you leave from, right? The action of going. Yeah, so it's like the beginning of it. Like it's like you stop at each one, I guess. I don't know, 3 points. But anyways, we got these where there's 40 blank 3-location puzzles to solve. Don't know what we're doing them. They gave us this example here. People think this means DeKalb, Illinois, New Zealand, and Iceland based on solving. We knew the crossword gave us that volcano in Iceland. Someone solved this. I have no idea what they did. And then this is that Haley Bailey, and she was part of the gift clue, and that led back to DeKalb, Illinois. So if you map these, you can see like Iceland here, New Zealand here, Illinois somewhere in the middle. Potentially there is some sort of great circle that can be formed from Iceland to New Zealand that intersects Illinois, and that's something we need to look at, something we need to do with. Again, it's just an example one. Now they want us to solve 40 of these, so people are now plugging in 3 random locations, trying to find great circles or links or something that is similar to our example, but still seems like we don't have the full picture of what we're doing with these. Also, going back to our first part, Stick's Romy results in between stage 1 answer pairs. If we look at this, she was like a stage 1 answer. The crossword was technically like a stage 1 answer. And then this middle thing is like a Romy result because it's similar to our trip by horse clues. So is this sticking a Romy result in between stage 1 answer pairs? Is that what they meant by that? Not positive. That's my theory though at this point. I just said, is the winning combination 3 location names? Maybe they form a giant circle. That's my best guess at this point. People are trying to figure out what the format of this final answer is. We still don't know. We can't be sure. My guess would be like 3 location names, and then maybe those form a great circle. I mean, even if they are location names, right? Like, he told us on the trips by boat thing that names of locations are given in a form. He gave us like formatting, but they might not match ours. I guess though, if we were submitting them, it would be using maybe this formatting clue that he gave us on the trips by boat tab. But maybe it's 3 location names. Maybe there are 3 new ones that aren't found in stage 1 and 2. They're 3 that we put everything together to find these. One maybe we found from stage 1 clues. I don't know what the 3 location names would be, but that's my best guess at this point. Predicted finish date, I had originally said February 24th. Clock is ticking on that, and it seems like we're not going to figure it out as of Tuesday. So I'm now pushing things back like about a week to Monday the 2nd. That was kind of like the outer edge of my original guess of when this would be solved. But just as a reminder, this thing goes all the way to April 2nd. Hopefully the end of the contest is nowhere near that. Mentally, I just want to kind of prepare myself for April 2nd being the finish, just so that way I will be pleasantly surprised if and when it solves sooner. That date's also dangerously close to April Fool's Day, so I pray that April Fool's Day does not play any factor into this. But anyway, point being, looks like I was wrong on my prediction of the 24th, but there is still a little bit of time left, so who knows. But that's everything that we have right now. So for right now, biggest things are just going through this new tab, trying to figure out these 3 location pairings based on this example, trying to figure out maybe great circle or whatever this puzzle could be leading to, and just trying to put together everything that we have, reconciling, make sure we fully understand what the 100 puzzles are, understanding why we're getting more puzzles or if everything really is out. Like I said, this all came out, all this information came out live on stream right now, so it's all new to me. I still have a lot to kind of dig through myself. But that's where things stand for right now. So I appreciate everyone, and I will be back